Greetings friends, welcome. Today we're looking at the GitHub CLI. So I just installed this here just to have a little look at it because it looks as though it could speed up your workflow a little bit, certainly reduce a bit of context switching. So yeah, just gonna have a quick look through how I went about that today. Before I jump in though, if you find yourself enjoying the video, feel free to click that subscribe button below for updates of upcoming videos. Alright, so what did we do? I basically just did a search in here for GitHub CLI, and that is then going to take us into github.com itself and the CLI repository. And scrolling down, there's a few ways to install, and on Windows I have got Chocolatey installed. So I did a Choco install GH. It asks you to choose whether you want SSH or HTTPS. So I chose HTTPS. It opens up a browser and you add your authentication in, and so that all then gets stored internally in the credential manager, and hopefully you're good to go at that point. So just, you know, the main thing I wanted was to be able to create my repo without having to come out of the command line and go to the website, create it and then come back, and that's what this allows. It reduces that little context switch. So say we were in let me just close that one. So say we had a project, so I'll just open up a very simple file here and we'll just give that a HTML page. Like so. Alright, so that gives us our page. Now, normally I would go into GitHub now. I'd go into the page here, come in here, go into repositories, create a new repository, make sure I didn't add any files because then things get out of sync. So there's a few things to know as well, and you've got to come in here. But now with GitHub installed, I can do a git init, and then I can use the GitHub CLI, which is GH, and I can say repo create. So this is the website part now, so I don't need to go over there. So I can just choose the defaults here, I think, and we'll say public's fine. And then it's going to add some of these things you've got to remember to do each time you create one. So it's going to add our remote for us, which is cool. And it's gone and created that. So if I have a look at the status here now, we've just got our file here, the HTML. So we can do a git add, git commit, and a git push. Now it'd be nice if it set up well, we'll see what error it gives you here. I've still got to remember this part, but it actually tells me this part, so I can just literally just copy this now. And oops. So just setting up that link between origin and master on the push is the only thing. Well, I didn't even have to remember it, and so that has been pushed up, because normally when you create a new repository in here, say I created a test like so, then when you create it, you've then got to come back into the command line and remember to do the git remote add, which GitHub CLI has done for us, and make sure you haven't added anything in at this point, because then you've got a history problem straight away. So yeah, and this part here, that is, it tells us that in here when we forget to do that part, so you don't have to remember anything. Okay, so and yeah, and if I go back in here now and I look in my repositories, then here's our GitHub CLI, and our index HTML with the GitHub CLI test is in there and running. So there's obviously a lot more you can do with the GitHub CLI, and I'm gonna look into, you can do your issues and pull requests. So I might look into that some more as well. But certainly I will be using it going forward just for this part where I create the repository. I hope that was interesting. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if not. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.